This is a quick recap of what we have already discussed in the live with regards to this control assessment task. Okay, so I'm not going to go into anything in too much detail as I've already done that. However, if you do need any detail, please get in touch with me as soon as possible. First thing that I do want to make sure that you are aware of, although this information is here to help you, it is to be put into your own words, okay? Do not copy and paste any of this. In earlier bits about the biography of Auden, I was getting an awful lot of copy and paste off the internet. Please do not give that to me. Your first paragraph is going to be an introduction, brief biography of W.H. Auden. Please note the word brief. It should be pretty brief. We don't need every year of his life detailed out for us. Keep it brief, keep it relevant. Second paragraph, you're then going into thinking about the themes of relationships and change in the poem. Okay, you should have already done that, so it shouldn't be too difficult for you. Paragraph 3, you're thinking about sort of definition of how the speaker is considering the themes in the poem. Okay. Paragraph 4, then you're thinking about what the poem is about. Okay, so it's obviously about a funeral, so go into that in a little bit of detail for me. About, do we know who it is that has passed away? Are they named? That kind of thing. Paragraph 5, we're then thinking of form, structure and tone. Form being an elegy. Structure is 4 quatrains with rhyming couplets. Tone, very sombre. Okay. At this point you can make a link with William Shakespeare's sonnet, Shall I Compare Thee to Summer's Day, which we will look at the PowerPoint in a moment's time. Thinking about the use of third person, again, which I've already talked about, how it makes it much more relatable for people reading the poem. Paragraph 6 goes into the title, so think about what the title of the poem immediately tells you about what the poem is going to be about. Okay? And then we're into looking at our stanzas. Okay? So you need to refer to the structure, how rhythm, rhyme is used, use of punctuation, end stops, enjambment, caesura, things like that in each stanza. Okay? Use the PE chain. Okay? And remember to write it in your own words. So I'm going to go over this document, then goes on to talking about stanza 1 and gives you all the detail, and then it sets you off to working on stanzas 2 to 4 yourself and then your conclusion. But I'm going to flick over to this one. So this PowerPoint contains key information from previous weeks, kind of all collated together to help you. So this was last week's work that you have already completed, so you've already got the basis of the first couple of paragraphs done. It might just be editing, adding bits in, taking bits out, whatever. Okay, have a look at my feedback of what you've already sent me though. So there's a bit of biography. That is as much as we need. We do not need any more than that. This is plenty. Okay, thinking about the themes and so forth. There's your information on your form, structure and tone. Okay, now that link with Shakespeare's sonnet, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day, this is it here. Okay, and the reason why I'm drawing your attention to it as a possible link is that both Funeral Blues and this sonnet, Shall I Compare Thee, they immortalise the poet's lover. Okay, it's dedicated to the poet's lover, and there is a sense, particularly here in the last line, so long lives this and this gives life to thee, that with this poem the person will live on forever, even beyond their death. Okay. This then goes through context specific to the poem, so we're now starting to focus our attention onto the poem itself, okay? And we're thinking again about those themes and how they're coming through, before we then go into the analysis of the poetic features, okay? So this information in yellow, that's already on the help sheet, okay? It's just sort of been repeated here. Again, as I've already said, this is just purely information. You now need to put it into your PE paragraph structures, okay? Here's all our stanza 1 information. You need to put it then into the PE structure. Okay, so you need to take this information and put it into the PE structure. This is more statements of how they've been presented. You just need to rework them into that structure. And this PowerPoint works through stanza 2, 3 and 4 then for you. Okay, so it takes you through the entire poem as a whole. So that is a very quick recap. If you need anything, please do get in touch as soon as possible so that I can help you. And as you're working through and you're writing up paragraphs, send them to me so I can have a look and see that we're on the right tracks. Thanks very much, guys.